Parashat Vayeilech, or preparing for new leadership. Joshua will lead the Jews into Israel. Be strong and courageous. Hakhel, the Jews gather to read the Torah aloud every 7 years. The Jews will break the covenant in Israel. Moses writes down a poem as a witness. Who does the Torah belong to? Not God, not even Moses, nor the priests, but to all of Israel. The background for this parsha is that the Jews are about to cross over the Jordan into Israel, and Moses is giving his final instructions. And included in this is a mitzvah known as Hakhel, which means the gathering. Gather the assembly and read the Torah aloud on a regular basis. Here's the verse. And Moses instructed them as follows: every 7th year, the year set for remission, at the Feast of Booths, when all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God, in the place that he will choose, you shall read this teaching aloud in the presence of all Israel. Gather the people, men, women, children, and the strangers in your communities, that they may hear and so learn to revere the Lord your God, and to observe faithfully every word of this teaching. I think the most important words in this verse are men, women, and children, because the Torah belongs to all. And in today's words, I would say the Torah is not just the domain of rabbis, not just rabbis who should open the book and study, but everybody. Not just rabbis who should share divrei Torah, interpretations and thoughts about Torah, but everybody. Torah study is a meritocracy. The book is wide open for anyone to take it, read, learn, and share. And this question of who the Torah belongs to reminds me of a legend, of a midrash, told about Moses in the Talmud. And the story is that a prosecuting angel asked God, where is the Torah? And we don't know why the angel didn't know, but that's just the story. So God told the angel, I gave it to the earth. So the angel goes to the earth, do you have the Torah? And the earth says, no. Next, the angel goes to the sea, do you have the Torah? The angel goes to the deep blue sea, do you have the Torah? No. So the angel goes back to God, says, God, I asked the earth, couldn't find it, where is it? And God says, go ask Moses. So then the angel goes to Moses and says, where is the Torah? And Moses answers, who am I that God would have given me the Torah? At that point, God jumps into the conversation. Moses, you're lying. Of course I gave you the Torah. Moses responds, Almighty God, you have this perfect Torah you delight in every day. Why should I take credit for it? At that moment, God answered, since you, Moses, have made yourself smaller by diminishing your role, I will name the Torah after you, Torah Moshe, the 5 books of Moses. And in my own words, Moses sees himself not as an owner of the Torah, but merely a custodian, because it doesn't belong to him, but the whole world. And in the language of Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, since Moses made himself smaller, that made him greater. The Torah gave Moses purpose then, and today it continues to give our people hope and direction. All of our people, men, women, and children.